Before we start, I just want to give a genuine thank you to the people of this podcast making videos in AI documenting Danny's love of lines.
I don't love lines.
And specifically, this has been made by Alex Wagner, and he has demonstrated through AI Danny's love for AI.
Hey, we need to end this. It's the longest one I've ever seen, and I'm pumped about it. It just keeps going. Way down there. All those people, all that waiting. I love it. I could stand here all day, meet strangers, soak up the vibe. I hope it moves slow. I don't even care what it's for as long.
Now the
Fake news.
The voice needs a little bit of work, but I appreciate the people and what they're doing. I've been tagged in many of these. You go, girl.
The boys.
It's the Boyscast.
The lads.
It's the Boyscast.
The dudes.
Prepare yourself for Boyscast.
The bros.
It's the Boyscast.
The homies.
It's the Boyscast.
The dudes.
Experience the Boyscast.
The boys. Cast.
Woo! Danny's got the Blue Jays shirt out.
baby.
Shout out to the Toronto Blue Jays. What is it? Okay.
Blue Jays, let's play ball.
This is the bit, what, first in 27 years where they won back-to-back?
32 years is the last time they've been in the World Series.
32. Shout out to Toronto.
The other night, Monday night, I was first game 7 since 1985 that the Blue Jays have played in.
Woo! And by the way, I will be after... People have been asking forever because it's been 2 years since I came to Toronto. It just didn't work out. And there was one thing I was going to do one and then blah, blah, blah. This Tuesday coming up, I'm going to be putting Toronto tickets on sale for Toronto and Ottawa, Canada. And as well, get those New York tickets. I'm not going to mention anything other than Toronto and New York. Maybe I'll mention Dallas. Come out
Dallas this weekend. Come out.
And also, more importantly, see Danny in Dallas this weekend. But... you want to catch me in New York, and Danny's going to be there too.
I'll be there, yeah. November 8th.
So
9th as well.
I can't remember the exact dates.
It's
going
in
to the
November.
fucking site. It's for the New York Comedy Festival, man. They made me go. By the way, New York Comedy Festival, I'll tell you. nah.
Tune into the Patreon, everybody, to find out. That's what's called a tease in the business. You want to hear our real thoughts? $5 a month.
So they they wanted me to do a video.
You guys are getting the grandma treatment on the main episode.
A lot of these people, a lot of these big companies, right? And they're huge things, and you kind of do these deals with them, and then they're like, "Hey, we want to do this promo," and I avoid all costs. I avoid all press. I literally 90% of my life is fighting. Like when you go to a comedy club, they're like, "We want you to do this and this and this," and I'm just like, "No." I'm always making up excuses. Sometimes sometimes if I'm selling really well, I can tell the guy straight up like it's not happening. But it's like I just don't believe in any of that.
That is
stuff.
kind of awesome now that we don't have to do like the 6 a.m. radio anymore for spots.
Well, some people do. They try to force you and they guilt trip you.
But that used to be like the main thing is like you got to do the radio at 6 a.m. to sell some tickets, and you're like sells like 4 tickets for your show.
It doesn't
and
sell
now
any.
you're like I'll just do one post on Instagram.
I have one technique I do is sometimes I say, "Can you give me the numbers of the show?" Just because I'm doing a lot of press and I always have to run it by what the numbers are. And most of these numbers are 4,000 people, so no one will ever get you the numbers.
Right.
So and when you ask for that, they go, "Oh yeah, we'll see if we can get that."
A task. They go, "We have something to do for you." You go, "Before I can do that, I got something you got to do." And they go, "All right, you win."
give them a task and then you never hear from them again.
Yeah, it's good
so much of things that people want you to do is you give them any little barrier, and then you'll never hear from that person ever again.
It's a good little racket.
Yes, I have a form. Just fill out this form and do this, and if you want to request for this and
minimal friction possible.
Yeah, but I had to go. And the New York Comedy Festival, the guy Louis ran Caroline's great guy. Yep. But they wanted me to do a video at the Hard Rock Cafe, and you show up and you're just like, "Okay, what's the idea for the video?" And they're just like, "Oh, just sort of like do some stuff." And I was like, "What?" And I kind of said, I was just like, guys, I know this isn't going to do good. Like, can we change it? If it's like, I'm already here, blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, "No, this is how we," and they have 5 people there. They hired all these huge companies hire these social media teams. Mm-hmm. They pay them $1 trillion. Yeah. And then
That's very much, what is it that you do here?
You have five people to make a video. You have people coming in from other side of the city. There's 7 people there. They've rented out the thing. And then the videos, as soon as you get there, you're just like, "Oh, this is going to do 4 views, isn't it?" And then you try to change it, and they're like, "No, this is how we do it." And you go, a 9-year-old with his phone could do a better promo video.
Sure. Yeah, can you please point me to your previous viral successes? Like, no.
I don't know how they. It's like a racket, though.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what these contracts are. If you're a social media company, you hire these people for $10 million. I was saying this to you earlier, but I just go right now. If you're in high school, most kids have had a viral. Like most kids right now are gonna have a viral video at some point in their life.
sure.
Which means all it takes is one viral video to be like, I'm an influencer now.
The worst is the college age girls who are like, I have viral photos.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's
Just like me at the beach with my dad went viral for some reason.
imagine how viral it's going to be when you take the top off.
Top, when you show bubs.
Top of the morning to you. Top off the morning to you. So, yeah, but it is crazy that these rackets still exist where these companies are getting slimed into these $20,000 contracts and no one knows what they're doing. They don't know how to go viral. And you're like, yeah, I guess you did make content.
Yeah, that was a thing. You did a thing. You did something.
But come see me at the New York Comedy Festival. And you know what? I have one last gripe.
Okay.
Not a gripe, but I had a I don't even know if wild, but I feel like as a cheap guy, you'll appreciate this.
Listening.
I was buying a coffee and a bagel, right?
Yeah.
And it was, I think it was like $11, right? And then the tip screen was like, whatever, 10, 20, 30. And I was just like, I'll just go $2.
Yeah.
So I go to type it in and I type $2 and I accidentally typed $20 and didn't realize it. And it was like, my heart stopped.
Oh, man. They probably thought you were like, oh, this guy's like an influencer. He must be doing some video.
They did. You ever like drop a credit card or a phone down a sewer grate?
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. I was just like, boom, boom. I'm just watching it drop. And then the guy who was grumpy, by the way, because these coffee shops are full of grumpy people. You should have seen this guy's tune change. He came up because I was sitting there waiting for my thing. He came up. He's like, "You want to go?" And I go, "Oh, probably just to go." He's like, "I'll tell you what. I'll give you both." You do his. Oh
yeah.
And this guy, is the temperature okay?
Is the Wi-Fi fast enough for you?
$11 worth of stuff, and I gave him $20.
Wow.
You ever have friends that have old school tipping habits? My buddy, he goes, yeah, it's like a buck a beer. And it's like, these beers are $16. You know, a buck of beer at we're buying like fancy, expensive drinks at some New York rooftop.
I know.
What do you mean? It's a buck of beer.
Yeah, quarter a beer. Quarter a drink. That's how I do it.
If you're buying a Coors Light in 1994,
Yeah.
it's New York City, buddy. They shake you upside down when you want anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, they get you.
So we have a whole bunch of interesting stuff. I want to talk about the mayor thing for a little bit. No Kings was going off.
Kangs
But first and foremost, no Kings.
And shit.
But first and foremost, Danny said this article before, but pretty hilarious. Luigi Mangione, he was beaten up by 7 ladyboys.
Hey man, anybody would be pretty angry if you get beaten up by 7 ladyboys.
Right.
Yeah. They're pretty docile too. Like that's the thing is if you've ever been
Not if you don't pay them.
That's like you find out they're more boy, less lady, I guess. But when they're fucking pounding you, and they all know Mai Tai and shit.
I didn't even think of
the
the
thing.
karate they
You're
know.
getting like leg kicked by them.
Yeah,
you're getting like these just massive leg.
You think
kicks.
one like runs through your legs and then the other one sweep kicks you?
Yeah, one's on top of you, fucking hand over your eyes. You can't see. They're
Put it down on all fours. The other one pushes you.
They're feeding you. But the thing is, they're actually really nice and docile. Like it's hard to think.
I wouldn't know. I don't know. You're the expert.
I've been out in Thailand. I'm telling you, they're like.
You got taken down by. Danny's just walking with 9 ladyboys like hanging on to you. A guy trying.
I mean, they are really aggressive. That's the thing. Is like they're not like you don't like fear them in any way.
What was the aggression like? The price is the price.
No, they're like you go in these areas that they're like they work at bars and they're all like escorts, obviously, or prostitutes and stuff, and like they will literally like grab your dick. They'll grab you and like pull.
They grabbed your dick?
No, not me. I had my girlfriend at the time. But if you're like you see like if you go on Instagram like solo travelers, they're super aggressive.
Really?
Super aggressive.
You'd think that I get maybe normal prostitutes, but you think
the normal prostitutes as well.
But you think the ladyboys would be a little worried about getting the shit kicked out of them?
It's different there. It's not.
What do you mean it's different there?
It's I can't explain it. Like
so you're saying there's a guy.
First off, they're all passing, right? It's not like a dude in a beer.
Still.
You're just like someone grabs your dick and you go like. Maybe that was a guy at one point. And you're like, I'm not even clear.
You're saying they're sitting there with a dick in their mouth, like it's cultural.
Yeah. But like they're all passing for the most part. Like it's hard. Those are the ones where you go, it's like hard to tell, right? So it's but they are like all the prostitutes there are super aggressive.
Right.
Yeah, but not in terms of fighting you. Whatever you got to do to get your ass kicked by 7 of them at once.
So what do you think do you think it was kind of like a no means no, Mangione?
He goes, I don't pay for sex. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
No,
I go,
it is possibly said that. It's also possible that Mangione was getting a little rough with them.
Maybe.
Or maybe what happened was they were giving him, a three woman massage, and then he's got his back problems, right? And he's I told you not to touch that spot, and they kind of.
Or he tried because they're all small, right? So maybe he's like, can you all walk on my back?
That's
my
what I'm
back's
saying.
been killing me.
Probably as simple.
And
as that.
and then one of them just kind of dug a heel in, and he's just like, and then he kind of just like maybe flinched weird.
So Mangione is up to his tricks over there.
That's tough,
no pun
man.
intended.
If that news makes it to the prison, oof.
Right.
I mean, he must be in some sort of segregation, but if he's not, also shout out to our boy George Santos getting released from jail.
Santos is out. Apparently, Trump cooled on the Diddy pardon.
Yeah, we'll see. I bet on it on Polymarket actually.
You bet on Diddy getting pardoned
By Friday? Yeah, it pays like 500 to 1.
Really?
That Trump pardons him by Friday. So.
He's not gonna though.
No. We'll see.
Luigi Mangione, and we've been in touch with Polymarket. We're trying to bring them on.
I mean, if it does, my $20 is gonna be like 10 grand.
Yeah, I mean that'd be insane.
I didn't bet a lot on it.
Luigi Mangione once was roughed up by a group of transgender women during a wild night out in Thailand months before he allegedly gunned down the Brian Thompson. I'll tell you one thing. Is it possible? Because apparently he messaged his friends about it, and that's how it got out. Do you think that everyone's kind of shitting on him about it, this and that, and then now he's kind of like, no one's talking about the Ladyboys anymore, are they?
Yeah. Kind of changed the story. A nice little reframe.
Right. There's a nice little reframe where the conversation around Luigi Mangione is not Ladyboy oriented, right?
That's tough. I mean, if you're ever going to get beaten up by Ladyboys, though, you prefer it to be a pack of them versus a single one.
Well, you definitely. Oh, I thought you were going to say in Thailand. I was going to say, yeah, you don't want to be in the Bronx. Is not ideal.
No. That's a 6'2" man.
You got some big birds out there.
Big ladies of the Bronx.
So you're saying that you've seen them with your own two eyes?
Oh yeah, they're everywhere. They are everywhere, and it's like
when you hear
it's not the way that they do that. People think about trans people here. They're way more. I don't want to say like integrated. They're way more like accepted. Like it's so normal there. Like it's not like some weird thing where dudes are like, get all over this. They're just like,
is that just for the Westerners like you? Is that actually how they? Because the people that live there might be listening to this being like, yeah, no, that's not true. We don't fuck dudes.
No, I'm not saying they fuck them. No. I'm just saying they're just like they're way more accepted, I guess. Like the urge for like transgender people to be accepted here, like that. Was like even when I was there in 2007, that was like there was no like discussion about that.
Well, it's more complicated than that. Kind of the same with the Iran thing, right? Where they go, yeah, they're very accepted here. It's like, well, yeah, because gay people are so not accepted that they're just like, no, you're not gay, you're a woman.
Right.
That's like an insult. And then here they're like, I'm not gay, you're a woman. You're just like, well, no, gay is actually fine.
Yeah. Well, I think it's all fine there. I don't know. I don't know.
That's like prison rules, right? Well, you ever seen he's big African prison, like, I don't know, warlord's the right word, but, gang member of sorts, and then they were like, oh, you have sex with dudes, does that make you gay? Yeah. And then he goes, no, that makes them a woman.
Right. Yeah.
So there's that. I think it's maybe a bit of that.
Maybe. I don't know, but they're fucking everywhere, man.
Really?
The Ladyboys, like I don't know what the percentage is there, but they're it's high, and they're all passing.
What is it, low T? Like, why is there such a high quantity of Thailand men that are?
I don't.
Is there just money to be made in the game?
It might be the kind of thing where
prostitution so popular
they run in packs, and so it might be the type of thing where you're like, if you're from because Thailand's pretty big. I don't know what the population is, but I think it's like close to 100 million. Maybe there is something where they're like, yeah, they all just go to like these certain areas.
Just the one area that you kept going to.
Yeah, just that I kept frequenting. But it's just the same, maybe they're all just congregating. And so it seems like there's more of them, but percentage wise, there's the same. Like, I don't remember seeing any in like Chiang Mai, which is like in the north. So, but you definitely see them in the south. Oh boy, dude.
Anyone does a Thailand solo trip is obviously.
Yes.
I think JJ just did a solo trip overseas.
Overseas?
Do you not know that?
Where'd he go?
Somewhere.
Hair transplants?
No. JJ right now. Well, this is he
was in Vegas.
No, that was after. Before that, he went somewhere. I don't know if it was Malaysia or some shit.
JJ was in Malaysia.
I thought it was in our chat, but he sent me a message. He was just like, "Hey, I know that you and your friends went to Puerto Rico. I was thinking about doing a trip. Would you recommend it?" I go, "The fuck are you up to?"
Yeah, no, I remember
Nice
that.
try. What are you doing? He goes, just beaches and stuff. I go, "Who are you going with?" He goes, "I haven't decided that yet." I go, "So what are you talking about? What friends are you going with?" And he goes, "Are you going with a girl?" He goes, "We'll see." I go, "So you're doing a solo trip?"
All right, well,
I'm on to you.
let's hope for his sake he didn't go to Thailand.
I think it was
He
Malaysia.
love Thailand.
Yeah, just picture him on the beach.
No, you'd hate the beach part. The sun's so fucking hot there, but the Ladyboys.
Yeah, I'm picturing him there with his sweater on the beach.
Like, I could really see him, like, just being like, "Oh, this is my girlfriend," like Jim Norton style, and just Thai Ladyboy.
And just straight up
this is my girl.
go for a girlfriend experience for the 2 weeks.
No, I'm saying, like, he comes home and he goes, "I brought one back with me."
Right.
This is Ming Ming. She lives with me.
And the one that beat up Mangione. There would be some reverence to bringing back a girl.
Yeah.
You're like, this is the girl that took down Mangione.
One of them. This is the one that held him down.
The Ivy League educated tech whiz set off on a solo trip abroad in early 2024. He couldn't believe it. Sashani of Mangione's shock said of Mangione's shock. So his friend's name is Sashini.
Okay.
He has a friend named Sakikashini of Mangione's shock at the low cost of MRI in Southeast Asian nations. So Mangione was trying to
So
say,
that's actually what radicalized him, is he got the shit kicked out of him by seven
he said.
Ladyboys, went to the hospital, and he's like, "This is so reasonable."
this is what they're saying.
I have to go kill the United Healthcare
But
system.
I think what's probably more likely is because they're kind of Mangione spinning this web about like all the things he learned about when he was in Thailand. Like that's why he was there.
Yeah.
No, I just like to compare healthcare costs and different.
Let me tell you, for my time spent in Thailand, nobody's going there to learn jack shit.
Should I say? Imagine I came to you. I go, "How was your little solo Thailand trip?" You go, "See the insurance premiums." There. I go, "Yeah, no."
I'm so culturally enriched right now. Just mostly just.
Did you
temples.
know that their insurance premiums for healthcare are 40% less? I go, "Nice try."
Nice try.
What's her? What's
what
her?
were
his
you
name?
getting up to?
You go, "The hospitals are immaculate." I go, "Danny, what was the trip?"
What kind of
like?
White Lotus shit were you doing in there?
He couldn't believe it. Yeah. So what? Yeah. What was that girl? You go, "Do you know the injustice that is happening with our insurance rates?"
Yeah. Solo trip out there's tough.
I heard there's a lot of ladyboys, and that's the thing. Transgender surgery should be paid for by the government.
And you know they do in Thailand. I don't know if they do, but they.
You keep putting all your attention on me and what I was doing in Thailand instead of you putting your attention on Brian Thompson and what he's doing at United Health.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 27-year-old accused he allegedly bragged to his friends over WhatsApp over the raucous nightlife backpacking through Asia before he returned to the U.S. in July 2024 and allegedly shot Brian Thompson. So he had a WhatsApp group with his friends where they're asking about it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've just been fucking slaying Tang.
And then they're just like, "How was last night?" You just got a black eye. Just a little worse.
Got a little rough.
Also, this is in London, but it's happened in a few other places. A transgender woman was jailed for deception, sex assault.
Yeah.
So, because they had a conversation about that forever, right? Where there'd be some big black guy and he'd kill a girl, and then
Sure. And then it was found out that it was a little twig and berries down there. Little twig and berries.
he didn't like the treasure surprise.
Didn't like the treasure surprise, no.
Yeah. So there was kind of there's a precedent of.
Yeah, you can't trap them.
But I think there was a big, debate about that. It was just like, well, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you about my medical history.
Literally a dude with a 5 o'clock shadow and a wig. You're just
Well, a lot of-
How hammered was this?
That's
guy?
the problem with this, because it's one of those things where
This isn't one you're getting sympathy for.
I've seen it a ton of times where, the girl and they go, the guy says he was tricked and he ended up getting in a fight with him, this and that. And then you look at the woman and you go, "Come on, buddy."
Come on, pal. It's
Stop
like it's
it.
fucking Gorlock. What did you do? You fucked Gorlock?
It is a
And you
dude.
thought that was a woman?
It's 100% a guy taking down Gorlock and then being like, well, the nerve of these people to trick me. She's a liar.
Yeah, they're like, we would make fun of you if that was still a woman. A woman looked like that.
Yeah, a guy doing the walk of shame from Gorlock's house. I've been lied to.
I mean, that is crazy though. Like, I'll give this guy props because if that happened to me, that is dying with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not
Great
like,
point.
Yeah, I'm not being like, oh, I'm gonna be the face of like trying to jail these trans people.
No, I think
for
what
getting
happened is
tricked.
someone finds out, right? She starts telling people, okay, so imagine you found out that I smashed this chick, right?
Yeah.
We'll put let's put a photo of her up for people to see if you don't mind, Johnny. But okay,
Chick.
let's say for you to me, so I went home, I smashed that girl, her name's Denise, let's say.
Okay.
And then you heard through the grapevine that I smashed Denise, and you go, yo, I hooked you on, you took down Denise. You know that's a guy? Say that to me.
Hey, I heard you took down Denise. You know that's a guy.
What? The fuck? What the No, what? Okay,
I need a lawyer.
I guess I should call the cops.
I mean,
What is the number for the cops?
I mean, we literally had that with someone.
I've been had.
I've been had, yeah.
Yeah, but not with not that looks
this,
like
yeah,
this.
not look like that. No.
It's 100% the girl. What?
Are you sure?
Ah!
Yeah.
I've been so
That's it's unfortunate. This is unfortunate.
Do you think the cops, when you go to the cops and you go, this person said this person lied to me, said they were, biologically a woman, and the cops are like, I mean, we can do this if you really want us to.
Hey, but the person went to jail. This actually somehow worked out.
But I'm saying a lot of people on the line. Like if you told me, hey, I'm gonna go to the cops because I was assaulted by this person, I go, come on, buddy.
Yeah, sexually assaulted. You say? You liked it a little.
You sure you want to do this?
Well, how did that work out? Like, what did that look like? And she goes, this is kind of dark, and she blew me. I said, are you sure?
Are you sure
Did you
there?
finish? He goes, yeah, it was like one of the top blowjobs I've ever had. I go, are you really sure you want this to be on record?
And by the way, it was a multiple because then she assaulted me again in the morning, and then the next day I went to meet her parents a couple days later, and then she assaulted me in the bathroom at her parents' house.
Are you really sure?
And the worst part is now that she's being arrested, she's out on bail, and obviously she's reprimanded to my custody. So we've drawn a line down the center of our house where she has to keep on her side of the thing, keep her from insulting me again.
That's tough. This guy is going to regret this in a couple of years when that's just like you Google his name, the only thing that comes up is just a picture of that.
Yeah, what are you doing, buddy? You take it like a man.
You do.
So
Yeah.
I
Be
just thought it
careful
was
out there,
interesting.
fellas.
Yeah, be careful out there.
Nothing is what it seems.
But also, no, you don't have to be that careful.
No, you don't have to be that
This is not a situation of a guy not being careful. This is a guy that probably had regrets afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, he had regrets for sure. The question is, how hammered was he?
But it's a bit of a Streisand
Like
effect,
if he
right?
had like a blood out, like a 0.3 blood alcohol level, you go, it's understandable.
You got to be falling down drunk.
Yeah, but if he's like, I had 2 beers, you're like, oof.
Yeah, like the situation was her carrying you over her shoulder back to her den.
Yeah.
You're in she's carrying you into a cave with a club in one of her hands.
Stuff.
And then also, sort of on the topic of gender, but I don't have much to say about it. I'll just read you the article. Mega scrambles to blame the Louvre. How do you pronounce it? The Louvre?
The Louvre.
The Louvre Noir.
It's silent, yes.
So there was a heist at the Louvre,
Yeah.
and first big heist and the biggest heist they've ever had.
$100 million.
$100 million. And months ago, the Louvre was doing a lot of bragging about how they had their first female run in the Louvre.
It's real,
security for the Louvre.
Real, what is that airline? Alliance? Or,
No, I know what you're talking about.
what is show us.
Goddamn, what?
The one that always has the accidents, and they had another accident.
Yeah, no, I saw it. They're going back to back.
It's fuck, I can't remember what they're like a Delta subsidiary or whatever, but they're like nonstop.
I know.
accidents.
Johnny, find the name of the all-women
Something
airline.
sounds something.
Spectrum or something
Yeah,
like that. It sounds
something
like.
that. But anyways, yeah, the chick's in charge, and the crown jewels get
You know what it is?
broad daylight too, 9:30 in the morning.
Interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't like some nighttime thing. There was like some wing of the Louvre that was like under construction, and they basically like put a ladder or had like a ladder attached to a car.
And then Nicolas Cage kind of came in. through.
They did. They just like ran up the ladder, broke into this thing.
Endeavor Air.
Endeavor, that's it. There you go. Endeavor Air. Do not fly that airline unless you are a girl boss.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just want to say this flight is running on girl power.
And girl time. We're going to be an hour and a half late.
I just want to let you know we have a girl flight crew. We have a girl pilot. The person who did the repairs on the engine earlier was also a woman. The wings have been repaired by a woman. Person who did the schedule back at the control center. The person who's going to be operating manually in case of operating remotely in case of a disaster. 2 women. So this is...
You are in safe hands. So just relax and enjoy the flight.
Person who did your bags is a woman. The person who prepared the food's a woman. Okay, that's all right.
Yeah. I mean, literally, Endeavor Air probably has the most crashes like in the last 18 months out of any airline. Just like the girl boss airline just also happens to be like most crashes by far too. It's not even like close.
I know. But the moral of the story really isn't that, you can't do these things. The moral is you can't brag about it first.
Yes.
Because, you know what I'm saying?
There's a lesson in humility here.
Hey, right now, I don't think anyone would be saying that, I don't think people would be talking that much about like a woman runs a security. That's nothing.
Yeah.
The reason it's a topic even is because they were bragging about it.
They're bragging about it, and you maybe have a track record before you start. Like maybe be like,
yeah,
we haven't. It's the best rated airline for the last 5 years, and it happens to be a bunch of chicks.
If you were dating a woman and then she robbed you, right?
Yeah.
That you'd come up and be, oh my God, that sucks. So, what do we do? Should we go to the cops? Should we do this and that? If you had a month before been on a tangent posting online about how you've never met such an honest woman, I'm dating Abraham Lincoln, she never told a lie, all of a sudden that's a lot funnier.
Yes, of course.
If you start bragging about this girl's got the nicest tits I've never seen, all woman, and then turns out to be Thailand Ladyboy, then you're in a situation.
Yeah. There's a lesson there.
So it's really the bragging, right?
Yeah.
Taking a break to tell the fellas about hymns. It is time, because according to the National Institute of Health, as many as 30 million men in the U.S. experienced ED. It's more common than a bad night's sleep. And the good news is HIMS makes getting access to treatment simple so you can feel like yourself again without the stress and awkwardness. Confidence shouldn't be complicated. Through HIMS, you can skip the guesswork, get access to care that actually fits your lifestyle. Straightforward, stress-free, designed for you. I've been telling you about HIMS. Sometimes you just need a little boost. I've been on this. Again, I'm on the trifecta with HIMS because I got
the hair, the dick, the hair, all the stuff, huh?
I guess it's just the dick and the hair.
Oh, okay.
The do-facta.
The do-facta.
But honestly, it's like, why take your chances? You know what I mean? Maybe it's not always. Maybe it's not some huge problem. Maybe it's sometimes just mental. Whatever it is, it's a problem that has been solved. Through HIMS, you can access personalized prescription treatment, options for ED, like hard mints, sex RX, plus climax control, if prescribed. Climax control. They got you covered for everything.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to go to your way to feel like yourself. HIMS brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. Think of HIMS like your digital front door that gets you back to your old self with simple 100% online access and trusted treatments for ED and more all in one place. So to get simple online access to personalized affordable care for ED, hair loss, and weight loss, you were on the trifecta. That's what I was trying to think of. And more. Visit hims.com/boyscast. That's hims.com/boyscast for your free online visit. hims.com/boyscast. Actual price will depend on product and subscription plans. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. It's factor time, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking more variety, more meals. Choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. Fall always feels like a reset, folks. Between back to school, busy routines, shorter days, find time to cook can be tough. That's why I love Factor. They got chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals that make it easy to stay on track, enjoy something comforting and delicious no matter how hectic the season gets. This is the quickest way to eat. It keeps you healthy. There's protein options. They have ethnic cuisine options now. It's simple. You pop it in. You do not need to be wasting all your time making food.
Oh, it's the best, man. Minute. You need a minute, 2 minutes, and you're eating like a king.
You're eating like a king. It simplifies everything. It keeps you healthy because there's a portion control element involved. It takes the guesswork out, so you can be on that
calories
job
too.
Counting calories, counting seconds in your day that you're not trying to waste. You can support your wellness goals. Savor global flavors. Like I said, Asian-inspired meals. We got from China, Thailand, and more. From more choices to better nutrition. That's why 97% of customers say Factor helped them live a healthier life. Feel the difference no matter your routine. So eat smart at factormeals.com/boyscast50 off. Use the code boyscast50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping for 1 year. That's code boyscast50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Okay. The No Kings March took over. I've never seen so much protest. It is fair to say that people don't like this Trump guy.
They do not like this Trump guy. He's orange. I don't know if you knew that.
He's persona non grata. It's fair to say.
No Kings protest, and it was successful because still not a king.
I'm not a No Kings guy. I'm more of a two princes. All right. Bangers. Do you know what? I do this with. I've done this probably multiple times. It's been one of my go-tos. If you use it on your wife, anytime you get into it, put on Spin Doctor's "Little Miss Can't Be Wrong."
I don't know.
It's such a fun move because when they're arguing something and it's just like they won't let it go and they're incorrect. You pop it on. We'll get copyright issues. Yep. But you pop it on. It goes, "Little Miss can't be wrong." What you gonna do? A rock and roll song. Little Miss can't be wrong. Spin Doctors have bangers. Remember? What time is it? 3:30. Is it me? No. It's just early. Do you remember that?
I do remember that song actually.
Dude, that band rocks.
Yeah.
Little Miss Can't Be Wrong is one of the best songs in the world to put on for a girl theme song.
Good to know.
It's never not funny.
Be blaring that in my house.
What time is it?
It's gonna be the anthem in my home.
It's a Spin Doctors rule.
Yeah, Spin Doctors are great.
Good reference.
Yeah, good reference.
So the No Kings, I have a few things to say. The first one is this article is probably my favorite article about No Kings.
Okay.
How to get more black people at No Kings.
Call it No Kings.
Why the No Kings?
we was No Kings.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
What? Yeah, that's you're right. Maybe you said no kings, and they're just like, well, then obviously,
yeah, all us Wakanda folk, I guess, can't.
So my ancestors are not welcome.
Yeah, this is an anti-black thing.
That is sort of an anti-black thing to say no kings, right?
Yeah.
Why No Kings protests didn't appear to excite black America. And they've listed off a bunch of things where they go, these are some things.
Really, they're really struggling with this whole, this is white people shit, okay? I hate to break it to you. This, protesting every fucking weekend. They're they did their George Floyd. They got it out of their system for a decade.
I don't know. I don't think I know any black guys that go protest a lot unless they really get on board with kind of hipster white chicks.
I don't know any.
None that I can think of the top of my mind. I can think of extraneous entertainment industry adjacent people.
Maybe. But this is white people shit. This is white people shit.
The no Trump protest is.
I think just a lot of these protests in general.
Well, the black ones aren't necessarily, but even them.
Maybe the ICE ones are a little mixed. But again, there was a whole thing with the ICE protests because black people weren't showing up for the ICE protests either, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're not doing this."
Well, a big part of this is you need women that don't have jobs, right?
Yeah. Well, no, the No Kings is on the weekend though. They did schedule on the weekend. It's all senior citizens.
That's the thing. There's nothing that's more of a kryptonite for Trump than women his own age.
Oh, yeah.
Is that not funny to think about? That is the big clash is between Trump and women his own age.
Yeah, just 75-year-old women.
Yeah, well, he's got his younger girlfriend. That is always a that's a historical natural enemies.
I mean,
80-year-old guy dating a 40-year-old woman.
Yeah.
She's not 40. What is she? 50 now.
50.
But an 80-year-old guy dating a woman 30 years younger. is never going to be seeing eye to eye with women his own age.
No. No, old white women fucking hate his ass.
Right. So, but the problem is, they did this, article where they listed off things that they could do to get more black people. Mm-hmm. None of them were the things that would actually help.
Yeah, pop shot,
basketball court. I don't. Too obvious. Freestyle battle at the. Also, it is a funny sketch, though, thinking about the No Kings protest, them thinking about how they could get more black people there.
Yeah.
Like the meeting of like 7 white people, like how do we get the brothers involved?
Yeah, that's a doozy. I don't know.
I mean, it's the same as the black
They
president.
really, I mean, it goes back to every other thing that's happened in the last like 4 years where every white person's like, hey, we did your thing. Can you come do our thing? And they're just like, no. No. Thanks for coming out. But no. We're not doing your thing.
Also, there's an element of this protest that was very elderly, like you said, which, I mean, probably doesn't appeal to like your average black guy.
No. Like your average black guy is not like, oh, I'm going to go to the No Kinks. Maybe I'll meet Doug Emhoff. Maybe I'll get a photo with Doug Emhoff.
It's an elderly protest.
Yeah, but like an old white person goes, holy shit, I met fucking Doug Emhoff.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Protesting is becoming a retired guy pastime, really. I mean, maybe it always was to some degree.
It always was. The Palestine protest stuff got a little bit of a younger.
But if you think about this, there's something to be said about, think about all the protesters that, okay, so Trump's been kicking around since 2016 now, right? That's when he really ignited people.
Yeah.
There was probably, your average college kid at that time was, 18, 19,
Yep.
is now 30.
Yeah.
So your average 30-year-old's kind of in the midst of their career. Maybe they're getting married, having a kid. So I think they've gotten away. I know a lot of women that maybe were 18 and they were really about the protest life.
Sure.
Now that they're 30, they're not so much about that,
Yeah.
right? However, the woman who was 60 got really into protesting in 2016 is now 70, and
Nothing's changed.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just a little slower, but other than
Right.
that.
So the 18-year-olds, most of the college kids, I would say 75% of college kids that are protesting, you get 5 years out of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people that start protesting at 58, like they're retired,
Yeah.
kids are gone from the house, they got time on their hands, their husbands got money, so they don't need to worry about nothing like that.
hate Trump.
They're on Facebook, they're boomer memeing. They have time on their hands, and they have 30 years of this, and now it's become their pastime. They got protesting friends. They're getting really good at writing signs.
Oh, they're so good at signs. They are so good at signs.
So I think for these people, they keep collecting, and they don't go anywhere.
Well, they die.
Whereas there's turnover with the young
They
people.
do die, but
Yeah, but you get 30 years out of them.
you get a good chunk out of them. Yeah.
So I think that it's Facebook is probably a big part of this. But yeah, the older generation, once they start protesting, it's like, if you start protesting at 65, at 75, you're not going to just be like, I'm done.
No.
You start,
Now
you
with
know
Trump
the
in
people there.
office.
It's your social circle now.
Yeah, they're probably low-key hoping JD Vance wins in 2028. Just give him something to do.
Oh, yeah, they need
Gavin
to, right?
Newsom wins. You're like, what do we even do anymore? I have no purpose in my life.
They're going to have to go to Texas and protest governors, I guess.
I guess Tesla dealerships or something. Goes, are Tesla's bad again? Not really.
Yeah. So otherwise, I mean, at that point, it is really, you stop moving, you die. So I think there is a few of these people that are 78 and they're just like sitting in the hospital bed and they're just like, well, get better for what? You know what I mean? My kids don't call me. My life sucks. I haven't had sex in fucking 6 years because my wife's, in a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
And then you go, what's the only thing keeping me going? It's, well, I got the P test next. There's that P test in a month and a half.
Yeah.
We're doing a Halloween anti-Trump spooktacular.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing keeping me going right now.
I like that the Democrats Abroad thing. Did you see that? Where the Democrats Abroad, which is like a group of Democrats who I guess
I think I did. Yeah,
live in other countries, and they're just like, we're changing the name of No Kings protest to No Tyrants, as to not offend the kings in the countries we live in. So it's like, so wait, kings are good? You go, yeah. It's like the country I live in is great, and obviously kings are cool here, but definitely not in America.
Yeah, it is hilarious. They're doing the new Kings protest, and people are like, "Oh, you're protesting the king?" You're like, "Well, no, okay." I can see
This king is good. The old benevolent king. I love him.
They don't like the prince there, though. The Prince Andrew.
No, I think he lost
in hot water.
his title.
Yeah, I saw. He's not.
He's no longer a duke.
Yeah, he stripped his title. That's what happens when you've been stripping your clothes off on a certain island.
Yeah.
He might be one of the only people that actually has felt blowback from Epstein, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, is there anyone else who really, out of all the people other than Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, who really has gotten any blowback? Probably just Andrew kind of got cooked on
Yeah,
it.
pretty much. Like, it's not like it cost Bill Gates anything.
No, that's what I was going to say. Bill Gates is the next person that comes to mind, but he's business as usual.
Yeah.
Clinton's business as usual.
Nothing. Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
That's true.
So the only person that really took a beating on and his was funny. I was doing a joke about it, but he was the one who goes, they told him he can't go anymore. And he said, I'm going to go back one more time just to tell him I'm not coming back ever again.
He goes, I think they have a phone on the island. He goes, no.
I got to tell him in person.
You don't break up with somebody of 10 years over the phone. That's kind of a classless move.
Yeah, Prince does things right.
Yeah.
I go back. I give him one last hurrah.
Tell him how I really feel over, the course of a week or so.
Yeah, so he basically pulled a one last job on the island.
Yeah.
But
Can you blame the guy?
I mean, I was kind of thinking about just when you talk about protests in general and arguing with AI about this topic. Mm-hmm. And I was sort of in agreement, to be completely honest. But my hypothesis was I was kind of thinking, like, what are the reasons for protests and when do they help? And you go, well, they help, for example, if there's like a big movement and people aren't aware of it. Like even in, let's say, Palestine, for example, at the beginning, it probably does kick politicians in line where they're just like, oh shit, there are a lot of people that really,
yeah, they care about
because you can look at online and stuff like that.
The women's march was effective.
You think so?
I mean, it started the Me Too movement. Like, it literally started the Me Too movement, and all the stuff that came from that was like,
yeah. So there are times when there's times when it helps and the times when it hurts, right?
Yeah.
And I was kind of thinking about what are those characteristics that make a protest successful. And one of the probably the biggest one is that, like, that you have a crazy movement and people don't realize that it's that big.
Yeah.
And then politicians start being like, oh shit, fuck, I can't just ignore these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I got to take their opinions into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
That, right?
You do need a president who cares, though, too.
Well, it's not just about the president. There's other politicians, right?
Yeah,
But so with that, have awareness. Okay, with the Trump issue, there's full awareness. There's no. So my point was that one's irrelevant because you're like, hey, we're raising awareness. You go, we're raising awareness about hating Trump. Like,
right? Yeah.
There's the maximum awareness.
Yeah. There could not be more awareness.
Right. So then the other would be changing people's opinions, right? Where you go, there's a lot of people on the fence, and then, there's all these protests, and you start, okay, maybe, again, people are pretty made their mind up on this issue, right? So it's not changing any minds. Mm-hmm. So the No Kings protest isn't changing any minds.
No.
It's not raising more awareness because you've actually maxed out awareness. So the only option is potentially like alienating people that are just like, oh fuck, I'm trying to get to, now the street's all blocked off.
Yeah. I mean, this is just something to do. This, the left loves to protest and they love to get out.
Yes, so that is 100% what it is, but I think there are ones where you could be like, okay, this is doing something. This one was, I don't think there's any scenario where it can't really have the negative effect because you can't raise awareness about people.
No, I mean, Trump loves seeing this. Like, the people are like, oh, fucking middle finger to Trump. They're like, he loves this. Like, he has his, Trump 2028 hats where he's just like a troll. Like, I don't think he really intends to run again or whatever. But like, people see this and they go, oh, this guy wants to be a king. He wants to have more than 2 terms. And he's just like, I'm just like ruining your Saturday. I love this. Yeah, I do think there's that element where he just loves trolling these people.
Well, he posted a video of him dropping shit on Harry Sisson.
Yeah.
Remember Harry Sisson? I've been talking about this, but he got canceled for sending nudes, getting nudes from chicks.
Yeah.
But we talked about the articles on here, I believe, but the article said Harry Sisson lures women into sending their tits. And you're like, how do you lure them? And they go, he asked.
He asked. They messaged him first, and then he asked.
But in that sort of silo, that's still a cardinal error.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Can't be the pussy hound.
Yeah,
super liberal pussy hound.
It's a catch-22, right? Because you go, if you're going to be sort of like male feminist influencer, you can't really be a pussy hound and sort of stay in totally good standing. And then you go, well, then what are we doing this for? You know what I mean? You go, it's a catch-22. Yeah. You go, you don't want to do it without the pussy. And then if you can...
It's a tough spot.
Yeah. It is a tough spot. I said it's
some DNC.
It's telling a chef he can't test the food at all.
Yeah, exactly. No testing. I don't want to do this.
Well, yeah, I want to get a taste here and there. There's gonna be a little leakage.
A little taste.
But I thought, yeah, the video. I mean, if you just zoom out, that's insane. Where you go, that's where we're at right now.
That's where we're at. Yeah, Trump's just fucking. And there's no King's fighter jet just dropping shit on Harry Sisson.
I don't know if that's.
I mean, dude, literally, the fucking Caroline Levitt, like the press secretary, like someone asked her some questions, like, "How did you guys like? Who decided on this?" And she's just like, "Your mom."
What?
Yeah. Someone was like, "How did you?" I think it was like they chose like some. Yeah, for Hungary, they go, "How did you choose Hungary or something?" Or like, and she just says, "Your mom."
Like as a joke?
Obviously, it's a joke, but you're like, this is like in like the. At the White House, like
at the White House,
like
and the girl said a "yo mama" joke.
Yo mama joke, yeah. It just goes, who decided on this? She's like, your mom.
The hell?
It's crazy. It's a totally new era. We're living in unprecedented times.
That is unprecedented.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a statement on the internet, if it's a statement on politics. AI is involved in this.
Yeah.
But this is, I will say, on the other side of it, I do think trend-wise, I don't know if it can get that much crazier. It's pretty peak maxed out because, people always have to one-up each other, right?
Yeah.
Because eventually, that's how this stuff goes. When someone's acting wild, someone always goes, well, I'll be more wild. Then there's a point where it goes, it's actually the diverting back to the center seems radical. Like, you know what I mean?
I guess. I mean, Trump fucking got zero blowback. He posted that meme, like, that AI video like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, of the med beds. It was like the QAnon med beds thing, and it was like a fake Fox News interview with him in it. So you're like, he either watched it and he's like, I don't remember saying this, but this is cool, or I guess he didn't watch it, would be the more charitable explanation. But it was like this straight up like QAnon, like they have these things called med beds, and like if you have any like ailments, you just go in these like chambers and they just heal you.
Why did he post it?
I have no idea. He deleted it, but you're like, he still posted it. But you're like, dude, imagine Joe Biden's like posting fucking QAnon fake AI. Like you'd be like, this guy's cooked. Trump just supposedly goes, wow, whoops, deletes it.
Insanity.
We don't talk about it anymore.
Well, the handshake, I brought the Vivek handshake.
Yeah.
We got a 26-second handshake.
Oh, yeah.
This one might be even longer than the Vivek one. Was it Vivek? Yeah, I think it was Vivek.
I don't know.
I don't know. His last one,
it's hard to keep track
we
of.
played a handshake on here, and it was a good. I mean,
No, it was Macron. Oh no, this one's Macron.
This one's Macron.
I think it was also Macron, the other one, but it was in DC maybe. I think he loves giving Macron the business on the handshakes. He is like a fucking hard-on for Macron for some reason on the handshakes. I think the other one was Macron, actually, but it was at the White House.
Macron's sort of like a Trudeau character.
Kind of, yeah.
Do you think he's a little slicker? But I guess Trudeau's slick. Do you think that Russell Brand would ever post tag Justin Trudeau and say, how do I taste?
How's that dick taste, Justin? What?
Oh, it's Putin.
Oh, okay.
There was a Vivek one too at one point. The Putin one I remember, but you're right. I always, the handshakes make me laugh, so I always bring into the cast. But here we go. Okay, we just started. We're holding hands. He's giving him a little tug. Oh, he tried to let go.
Little bro.
They switched it up, yeah? So now he wants out because it's been 11 seconds now. He's trying to get out. He's whispering something into his ear. Still, he tried to go. Trump says no. He doesn't want him to go. So that's 23 seconds.
Oh, that's a long handshake.
Nuts, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because the handshakes get a lot of press too.
It'd be so funny if Macron was like the next event, he's just like in a sling.
He's a glove on next time. I mean, what would be the ultimate if someone really wanted to fight back against that? Macron, Carney, if you're listening, when Trump tries to come in for the handshake, hand buzz him.
hand buzz
Right.
Trump. Or you go, because he's European, right? So you go the kiss on the cheeks and really fuck him up.
You know what would? Yeah, the kiss.
The double kiss on the cheek. Trump's like, what?
This is how you fight back.
And you don't stop kissing him until he lets go. Just you go cheek to cheek to cheek until he eventually.
Yeah, and then it's a chicken.
It's a game of chicken. You go, yeah, dude, I'm French. I'll kiss your ass.
If you want to
all day.
hold my hand, I'll kiss your cheeks.
Yeah.
The other one is this. Here, give me your hand. Yeah. You go give Trump one of these. Yeah. That's the snap, and then the snap. Snap's so disrespectful when someone gives you the snap. I hate that. It feels like someone just like a grown man just like booped you or something. You're like, fucking no, thank you.
I like the snap.
But I think my original technique is that you come in, give him the handshake, buzz it, and then as he goes, what the hell? Then you squirt him with the flower.
Yeah. Oh, you're great. That's how you get your country fucking nuked.
That is how you get nuked, dude. Especially if you do that in
Trump
like
just goes
a
to Stephen Miller. Stephen, nuke France.
yeah, you do that in a Middle Eastern outfit. That's how you get in real trouble.
Oh, big time. Maybe some dye in the thing too.
Yeah,
so
someone else does the ladyboy move, come in from behind, put down, then you push him. That actually would start World War III, I guess, right? If you hand buzz Trump.
Probably. Yeah, it wouldn't be great. It wouldn't be great for diplomatic relations if someone hand buzzes Trump.
But yeah, I think you're on the right track. That you give him the kiss on the cheek, and then
You just keep kissing him. You go, yeah, this is what we do in France.
give his nose a little tap.
Yeah, you just keep kissing him on the cheek over and over again. And Trump's just gotta be like, ugh. There you go. And he goes,
Do you think he'd hold it, or do you think he'd let it go?
That's the question. Is Trump like such a G that he goes,
What's his temperament like?
Keep kissing.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm not letting go. You just keep, he goes, I ain't letting go. You just keep fucking laying him
I think when someone's trying to kiss you, what you would do is spit in your hand and wipe it on your cheeks. See how bad he wants those kisses. You know what I
Or
mean?
you just go full tongue. Trump's just like, all right.
Wipe your ass and then wipe your cheeks.
I mean, it's a move.
How bad you want this,
That is
Macron?
certainly a strategy. Trump's just reaching all the way back there. Just
To complain.
smearing shit on his own face.
That's the crazy guy, man.
Yeah, that's a real crazy guy move. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you show it. Like I'm loco, right?
Loco, yeah.
You go.
Yeah.
You want to kiss my cheeks? I'm a loco dude.
Prepare to kiss shit off my face.
But whenever they have the long handshake, they have all these articles which always make me laugh too. They go, a body language expert explains what was really going on with the Trump and Macron tense arm wrestle. This suggested the U.S. is there to take charge. Things were different for the Frenchman. Macron's hand is gentle and loose when their palms meet, showing that France is entering a summit with an agenda of listening and accepting. As Macron attempts to engage from Trump's powerful grip, he steps away. He places his hand on Trump's arm in a soothing way. Overall, Trump views this as an opportunity to assert dominance, and then Macron tries to give off the impression that he sees it as a silly little game. But it is funny when you got into journalism, did you think this is what you're going to be doing? Handshake dissections?
Handshakes, yeah.
Lip reader decodes Trump's 5 words that he said to Macron during the tense handshake. So there's a lot of people out here dissecting the handshake.
What did he say?
I didn't. Okay.
So fucking hard right now?
So fucking hard right now. You first.
That might be more than 5 words.
I'm coming. I'm almost there. I'm so close. Yes. A professional lip reader reckons that they were making subtle comments and even threats towards each other in the tense moment. He was saying, okay, so now I want to know why. You hurt me? I already know. Trump appeared to say, I am making peace. Macron tapped Trump's hand and looked down saying, excuse me. So I don't think any of that happened.
That didn't happen. None of that.
This 100%, this lip
None
reader
of that happened.
This lip reader is out to lunch.
Yeah. I don't think any of that happened.
But so on the topic of the no kings thing and no black people showing up, I do feel like white women have to watch it a little bit because they are, they have a tendency to
Are you putting white women on notice right now?
They've been put on notice by society and they keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
Because I have a thing. I just a little pack here. 4 different women that are getting white chicks that are getting shit these days.
Okay.
The first one. And I'll play it. This was from a few weeks ago, but this is the issue with white feminism. People are cringing over a viral clip of Julia Fox repeatedly interrupting Marlon Wayans during a discussion about real men. So,
yeah, you can't interrupt a strong black man.
No, you cannot. Hold on, I have this. 1 second.
I think the youth needs to hear what real men are. I think there's there's masculinity.
But what are real men?
Right. To me, a real man is a responsible man.
Because every time a man does some fuck shit, they'll be like, that's not a real man.
Shit.
It's like, looks like a man to me.
I think a real man is in touch with his
looks like a
feminine
duck
side.
and it walks like a
what I
duck.
mean?
Yeah.
I think a real man is knows how to unstrap from his
I don't know.
ego.
I think the real man thing is just a thing like that people invented to like excuse bad behavior.
Yeah,
Like all men are real men.
Said like a real man.
The white guy steps in and tries to.
Yeah,
Say how it is.
I think being like to further add on
Maybe
what
he's
she's
not
saying,
white.
I think there's this false narrative of what real men do, and I think it's tied into privilege and masculinity.
So these guys are all trying to say the press talking points, right?
Aren't you guys like fucking promoting a film? Who gives a shit? Why are we listening to your opinions? Just tell us what you liked on set.
Well, they have to.
What were the snacks like?
What were the snacks
funny
like?
story about someone flubbing their lines.
Well, this is the template of what you're supposed to do, right? They give you a question about, and don't forget, Marlon Wayans, he's in there. He's got the trans daughter. He's saying all this stuff.
Marlon Wayans is a trans daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah. I think that's his whole. He's like a big activist guy. He posts
okay.
photos of him wearing pink and does this and that. And
Okay.
he's, talks about their version of it is that people say, real men do this, and he's like, what I actually consider real men is social justice activists.
I mean,
whatever,
I will say Julia Fox is a real woman based on all the interrupting and fucking
Couldn't agree more.
explaining. I go, that's a real woman right there.
I've dealt with that energy many times in my life
Yeah.
of like whenever. Oh yeah, the fuck.
Yeah, like too cool for school, kind of just. That's a real woman right there.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a battle of the.
You think she was doing that in every one too? Because like the way those work is you just hammer those out like 50 of them back to back.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, that must be a nightmare.
But people were not happy with it because he's black. So that's why, you know what I mean? And that's the only thing they were not happy. But they were just like, actually well played. You just can't do it to a black guy sort of thing.
Yeah, we agree with everything you said. Just do it to a white guy, please.
Several people called her behavior incredibly rude and toxic. Loads of people went on to suggest Fox's behavior reflected aspects of white feminism that tend to center and uplift white women. But they said, this is so annoying. Julia was triggered by hearing the phrase real man coming out of a man's mouth, not understanding Marlon has a very different intersectional POV. He's BIPOC and a father to a transgender child, and has literally deconstructed what it means to be a man. So their thing was like, all of that true, you're right, except if there's a black guy here. Like if that was a white guy, we would have loved it, but you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. I wonder how long his kid's gonna. Oh, how old is his kid? Did you see that chart of like the transgender identification is like tanking?
Oh yeah, non-binaries is cut in half.
Yeah. It's like everybody. Remember when we were like, yeah, it's social contagion. Everybody's like, you're a bad person for saying that. I go, huh? Well, the evidence
we'll
proves that
see.
we were right.
Well, yeah, there's not a lot of benefits right now to being in, grade 11 and just being like, yeah, I'm not a boy or a girl.
Yeah, nothing. You don't get really just more bullying.
Yeah, I think people are
days.
over it, right? So they have it probably. I don't know what the new thing is, but it's something else.
Labubus?
Yeah, probably back to normal stuff. But so they're kind of saying, everyone that's mad about it, they're just like, yes, you can. We love when you do this. It just has to be to like a white guy, right?
White guy, yeah.
And then I think the white guys are saying like, yeah, we don't. No, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, no. There's no chance, right? So then they're like, well, who can I do it to? Because white dudes are like, yeah, I'm not taking that shit from some fucking chick. No chance.
I ain't taking that shit from some dumb
dude.
bitch.
Are you like sitting around if some girl tries to give you a lecture on being a man? The
problem is they're kind of quasi at work, so it's like it's a weird spot where you're like, this is getting filmed, and we're like,
well, I understand him. He's just like, listen, I'm just trying to say this stuff, and you're.
Yeah. For the 5th time today.
I'm just trying to say the stuff I'm supposed to say. I'm trying to get my.
He's very much like, bitch, do you want this movie to bomb? Like, shut the fuck up. Show some skin and pipe down.
So that's where the battleground is starting, right? It was just like, yeah, we want you to be an advocate to help us, but like as soon as it starts helping you, we're not going to be happy. Taylor Swift. This is the article. Taylor Swift is racist, just not the kind you think she is. Her liberal attachment to whiteness is actually scarier than if she was MAGA. I think that's within the complexity. It's actually more insidious and therefore more terrifying problem. Liberal white women's ignorance of their own whiteness. Is Taylor Swift racist? Yes. Is she actively anti-black? I doubt it, but that's actually what worries me more. There's so many white women like Taylor who move through the world, never making connections about their whiteness and white supremacy, practicing zero interrogation into her own whiteness.
Wait, she's worried that she's not anti-black? That's a concern for you? Is that she's
I think the argument that they're making is, well, we know everyone's a white supremacist. It's actually worse when you kind of
deny it.
Yeah.
They want like the 5 years ago, the self-flagellation.
They need self-flagellation, right? And she's not self-flagellating. So, but I'm saying is, it's a can't-win scenario, right? So if you go aggressive like Julia Fox, they don't like that.
No.
If you kind of just go, hey, I'm just gonna like dole it back. I'm on board, but I'm not gonna be in the trenches fighting everything every day as the most famous artist in the history of like the world.
Sure.
You go, I'm filling out stadiums 3 times a night. I can't have like a new fight every second about race.
Yeah. And it's just like, you don't want to, there's no benefit to getting in the mix of that.
Right. So and they go, that's not working. And then Kristen Bell, you know Kristen Bell?
Yeah.
She's just like, okay, I'm just going to be a normal to some degree. And she's somewhat of an activist. They're a little, her and Dak Shepard, they play ball. And then she basically wrote a wedding post where she goes, happy 12th anniversary to the man who once said to me, I will never kill you. A lot of men have killed their wives at a certain point. Even though I'm heavily incentivized to kill you, I would never. She's making a joke, right?
Yeah, what's the incentive?
Well, I guess she's sort of like, she's alluding to the fact that a lot of men
deserves it.
Well, she's saying the other wife. She's saying men said this to her.
Oh.
She's saying Dax Shepard said this to her.
Yeah, I said this to her, but I'm saying is the incentive that she's like annoying, and he's like, I should kill you, but I won't.
This is a good point. Even though I'm heavily incentivized to kill you, I would never.
I was just curious about that, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess I know what you mean.
Yeah, but he's just making a joke.
She was making a joke.
He's just like, yeah, a lot of guys kill their wives.
This becomes a shitstorm.
Yeah. Because you're making light of domestic violence?
Yeah, so she's getting killed. I'm telling you, I've seen more white women in the chopping block in the last month than ever before. And that's what happens when they start, because they start threading an unwinnable war.
Oh, impossible.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of my argument, is their war is, we're going to fight for all this stuff, and then we're going to be at the bottom after we win.
Yeah.
It's unwinnable because they're not women aren't capable of doing that.
No. They're probably like, can we fire up this Israel-Palestine thing again or what? It's kind of
still there.
Easy, yes. Can we just kind of crank it up a little bit?
And I'll just give you a final article of where it all ends and why I give a warning to white women to tread carefully on.
Tread carefully, white women.
This article from a few months ago, but I thought it was relevant. It says, I regret belittling men. At 63, I've ended up alone.
Hey, that girl boss shit isn't free.
Girl boss shit isn't free.
You want to be a girl boss? That's fine.
And then one more. Tradwife trend is not about returning to traditional family values. It's a sign women are struggling, scientists say. And basically the argument...
Sign women are struggling. It's a sign that women are like, yeah, working fucking sucks. Why do I want to work? I don't want to do this shit. I got tricked into thinking I need a career.
Yeah, but how are they decoupling those two things?
Yeah, they're just like that's the natural explanations. Where we're like, yeah, I'd rather raise my kids and stay at home. That's way better.
It's not? It's actually the economy's fault that I didn't want to work.
That I hate my job.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, you could say a lot of dudes are in that scenario too. But
sure.
You go. Yes, women always had this nice option where. If you're half decent looking, and even if you're not, sometimes you can find a dude and then retire at 30.
Yeah, take care of the kid. Again, it's like if you have enough kids, then you're like the cost of childcare is like as much as I make anyway.
You can be running a 2-person daycare and making $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
And men don't really have that option.
No.
Unless you just have like straight, actual trust fund family money coming at you.
Yeah.
Win the lottery, maybe.
Lottery win. Yeah.
Sometimes you can pull a bird that's just got way more money than you, but it's a hard one to pull off.
Yeah, it happens, but it's not easy.
It's definitely not easy.
No.
So, but I thought that's funny. All these women are kind of saying like, yeah, I don't want to work this like 70-hour grind and then also be like commuting an hour and a half to work every day. And they're just like, it's actually it's not that they want it, they'd love to do that, but it was
the patriarchy is making you want to stay at home and not work and wake up at fucking 10:30 every morning.
So the whole thing's crumbling, and it's not leaving a great spot for white chicks that want to be on that,
Well, I'm tired of listening to white chicks, to be honest. I think I've listened to them enough in the last 5 years.
I don't think you're even close to done getting yelled at by white chicks.
Put them in a timeout. Can we put them in a timeout? Like an official timeout?
Would you rather get yelled at by a white chick or a not white chick if you're getting yelled at? Like if you're getting scolded?
By like someone I don't know or someone I do know?
If you're getting scolded by someone you vaguely know, like they're saying your joke was, offensive or something like that.
Yeah, white chick for sure.
How come?
I think it's funnier.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I think a white woman getting upset over something is just like way funnier, and there's way less gravity to it. Like,
there's less gravity to it.
If there's like a white chick and she's like upset over like a tasteless joke I made versus like maybe someone who's like, oh, I'm part of the group of the tasteless joke.
You have like
I'm sticking up for the group.
Yeah, I'd say
That's way funnier.
You don't want like You really don't want like a black girl yelling at you in public. You know what I mean? The optics of it don't look great for you.
No, exactly. Yeah, whatever it is. I'm just like, can we just?
You definitely can't start yelling back.
No.
Yeah, so you're.
No, I don't think I've ever raised my.
You can laugh it off a little bit more if it's a white chick. I
don't think I've ever raised my voice to a black woman. I'm a real ally. I don't think I have. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever raised my voice, period, to a woman I'm not dating.
That's true. Well, then,
and even then, I'm kind of faking it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I actually, you never done that where you kind of like, you almost like, it's not that I'm not actually mad.
Yeah.
It's that we're arguing and they're raising their voice and then I do. Well, this and this and this and this.
Oh, I figured you'd be more high pitched. You'd be like, and this and this and this and this.
Yeah, but I'm not actually mad. Like,
yeah, you're playing the game.
Yeah. I'm pretending I have emotions.
Sure. I'm pretending I have emotions.
It's like, you have to be like, ah! Like, I can't believe, because then they're kind of,
so friggin' pissed.
they go, I can't believe you did this. And I can't believe you did this. You have to sort of imagine. Oh, man. Because you have to, it's, they're listing off things.
And sometimes you go, this is the only thing that's going to get, like, the point across right now.
And it's the only thing that's going to, because otherwise you're in a scenario where they're, like, mad about all these things. They're yelling. And then you're kind of like, the implication is, well, the things you claim to be mad about, clearly you don't actually care that much.
Yeah, I had
You're claiming to be mad, but are you? You can't be like, I was really angry about that thing. And you go, it doesn't seem like you're angry.
I had an ex who, I knew our relationship was like kind of over, like it was, ninth inning kind of deal, so I didn't really care, but she would get like mad about shit. And I knew it would make her blow up. I was so calm about everything. Like she would just be yelling and I'd be like,
you're the guy from Seinfeld that gets
literally, and it would make her so mad.
That would make me mad too.
Dude, it would like be pouring fucking gasoline on shit. She'd be yelling, and I'd be like, yeah, it's unfortunate. It pissed her off. Like she totally wanted me to get mad, and I was just like, yeah, I don't wouldn't say much. Just let her yell, just silently sitting there, just being like,
that'd be infuriating to me also.
Yeah. I mean, I knew what I was doing.
Yeah. But then once they call it out, what can you do? Like if they call it out, they just go, is this your technique? This is what you're going to do? Just pretend
no. Well, I just, this is how I am. So I just go, yeah, I'm not overly emotional. I don't know. They don't like it. They don't like it. They can't argue with it though, because they know that up until that point I haven't been overly emotional.
Right.
Or emotional at all. So then they go, yeah, this.
I'm with the chicks that would infuriate.
Oh, yeah. I do it on purpose.
Boys, it's time to talk about cornbread hemp because life gets a little crazy, especially lately. One thing that helps me unwind is Cornbread Hemp's CBD gummies. Have you been looking for a natural way to relieve aches, discomfort? The CBD gummies from Cornbread Hemp are formulated to work with your body, not against it. You're not as young as you once were, right? You talk about maintaining your health, your physical, your mental wellness. Well, Cornbread Hemp CBD gummies are a huge piece of my wellness plan. They help you sleep. They have, there's different ones. They have ones for sleeping. They have ones for stress. They got what you need.
They got them all.
They got them all. If you've tried everything under the sun for peace of mind, it sounds like it might be time for you to try Cornbread Hemp CBD gummies. Cornbread Hemp CBD gummies are made to help you feel better, whether it's stress, discomfort, or just relaxation that you need. They only use the best part of the hemp plant, the flower, for the purest and most potent CBD, formulated to help relieve discomfort, stress, and sleeplessness. All products are third-party lab tested and USDA organic to ensure safety and purity. For me, I've tried a lot of different things to help get a good night's sleep, to help unwind at the end of the day with a lot of stuff on your brain, and Cornbread Hemp has been vital to my process of solving that problem. So right now, Boyscast listeners can get 30% off their first order when you just head to cornbreadhemp.com/Boyscast. Use the code Boyscast at checkout. Let them know we sent you. And again, that is cornbreadhemp.com/Boyscast. And use the code Boyscast. AG1 is the start of my day every single day. It has been for years, and it will be for years to come. I have AG1 here as well.
Oh yeah, we got it everywhere.
I have AG1 in my travel suitcase. I have a travel pack.
Do not leave home without it.
I do not leave home without it, and I have it in my cupboards at my home. AG1 is a vital part of your mornings. We're talking prebiotics, we're talking probiotics, keeps you regular.
Tastes great.
It's a replacement for a multivitamin. It also does taste great.
With the new flavors too.
My stepdad, my dad, they are both on AG1. Bought it for a Christmas present one year and they didn't stop.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes, they've asked, been messaging me recently. Do you have another code for that? Yes.
They're like, I need a re-up.
They actually do need a re-up because when people start, they don't stop because AG1 is the perfect way to get all your vitamins. It's the simplest way to get all your vitamins. It impacts your day, makes it better. It's a great way to start your day. It tastes great. They've got new flavors. They've got a herbal flavor. They have the tropical flavor, so you can mix and match. And then right now, they have also added AGZ. We are replacing your existing magnesium or other sleep supplements with AGZ, one of the few sleep supplements that contains both magtine, magnesium, L-threonate, and saffron, two high-quality ingredients at amounts supported by research that together support the body's need for calm and ease you into a natural sleep. AGZ's magtine, magnesium, L-threonate is clinically tested form of magnesium, which has been shown to improve sleep quality and support cognitive function. AGZ is an excellent source of magnesium. Each serving of AGZ delivers 250 milligrams of highly bioavailable magnesium, providing over half your daily value. AGZ is a cardinal part of my nighttime routine because sleep tonight defines tomorrow. How do you feel when you wake up after you don't get a good rest? Well, it's time for that to end because it's time for AGZ to add to your routine, and you're already probably an AG1 guy.
Yeah, you are.
If you got a brain
better
on
be.
you, if you got a brain on you.
And if you don't have a brain on you, get in there.
So it is time to add AGZ to the mix. So if you're ready to turn down the stress and focus on the rest, head to drinkag1.com/boyscast to get a free frother with your first purchase of AGZ. That's drinkag1.com/boyscast. So the mayor race was hilarious, by the way.
Yeah. The debate?
The mayor debate.
I cannot believe Curtis Lewa is so behind.
Curtis Lewa is hilarious.
That's also another one of my poly market bets. I bet on Curtis Lewa yesterday.
He's not winning.
I know, but it was, dude, it's...
dude, Zoran's got it locked up.
I know, but it's Curtis Lewa. I bet $30 pays $5,000.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, fine.
Hey, you never know. I mean, dude, I was talking about it with earlier today with someone, but you know, he's like Zoran's at 93%. Pierre Poilievre was at like 80 something, 88
at one point,
and he lost.
You're saying something could happen before that?
There's, you know, the thing is, this is all relies on polls. Now, I'll certainly concede the vibes are not there. I actually posted. Someone got mad at me. I posted a photo on Facebook of my when I busted out my beret on Curtis Lewa on Fox News, and someone accused me of stolen valor.
Oh, because you weren't a Guardian?
Yeah, I guess. No, I don't even think it was a Guardian. I think it's because like the beret is like some military thing in a different country. They tried to pop me on stolen valor, like French stolen valor. But yeah, I mean, Curtis Lewa, like I listened to Zoran on Schultz's podcast on the way over here. And, you know, like the stuff about like the housing, it seems like that's everybody's like, I've been looking at some of the polls and like everybody, that's their number one thing is like affordability and housing and stuff. And Sliwa seems to be saying the same shit. It's just he just gets no credit for it. Mm-hmm. Like, he's also like, yeah, housing affordability is like the number one issue and blah, blah, blah. But he just gets no credit for it. It's just no vibes.
He does have vibes.
He has vibes, but he doesn't have like election winning vibes.
No.
Like we're looking at like
Zoran's slick, dude.
Yeah, we're looking like 2008 Obama. Like
he's smart. I'll tell you one thing I was saying about a guy like him that is positive is a lot of guys that have his sort of outlook also have like a smarminess to them. Yeah. And condescending. He doesn't come across condescending.
His code switching shit is some of the most
He's good at this, dude.
Dude, have you seen someone posted a video of like old, like it's probably like 5 years ago or something, and like he talks in like these crazy accents, like depending on the event. Like these aren't like variations. Like it's not like a black person who like hoods it up, you know?
Yeah.
This is like different nations' accents.
What would be an example?
Like an Indian accent, and then he has like a Ugandan accent. He does, dude. It's actually, you go, this guy's like a sociopath.
Yeah, but I think I still prefer the sociopath to like the smarmy condescending ending.
I mean, yeah, like Cuomo has no chance. I mean, Cuomo is like.
But the thing was hilarious. If you watch it, it was so funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Like, first of all, they all get 4 seconds to answer the questions, right?
I had no time to
So
answer.
the guy, the moderators, I would watch this debate if you haven't. I know it's just New
it's
York,
literally
but
like,
it's
how
still,
would you solve the Middle East? You have 10 seconds to respond.
Yeah, and then there was so many funny things. Like they asked Cuomo a question, and then the camera's on Cuomo, and then Sliwa just starts talking, and he starts answering the question for a good 40 seconds before they're just like, we're actually talking to Cuomo, and Cuomo's like, there's a bunch of calamity of errors.
Yeah.
At one point, they're kind of just like, Zoran, you don't care about Jews, and he's like, you don't care about mosques. When have you been to a mosque? He goes, when have you been to a synagogue? And they're like arguing, like, you hate Jews, you hate Muslims.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that going on. At one point, they go, probably the best one is they go, what was it? Would you rather, you can only go to a Knicks game or a Mets game? What would you do? And he goes, and then he goes, well, someone says Knicks and someone says Mets. I think Sliwa says Mets. And then Cuomo goes, I would go to half of each.
Nice.
It's like, he sucks.
Cuomo blows. Cuomo is so bad.
I've never.
He honestly too. He has like it's the same. He has the same smugness as when it was the primary.
Yeah.
He was just kind of like, what am I even? Why do I need to do any of this shit? Like I'm gonna win.
He's the OG, not a pervert.
Yeah, but he's very much like, I'm gonna win. Why do I have to do any of this stuff? Like he has no like earned media whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like you don't like the only thing I see on Twitter about him is either calling him like a sex pest or like an ad of his. That's it. You're like something you bought. Like that's it. Like nobody's talking about you. Like there's no energy.
Slapping fannies, touching or killing grannies.
Yeah, slapping fannies, killing grannies. But like Sliwa has more seems like support, but then the polls have him lower somehow.
Nah, people don't fuck with him for some reason. I don't know. I'm missing it.
Ray or what? Like,
I don't know. The corporate's still got a Cuomo.
Like you would think he would get every.
It's just because people think Cuomo can win. Whatever.
Yeah.
That part's less relevant to me or even interesting because like whatever.
Did you see that?
Got it, but
Sliwa said that he got offered $10 million to drop out, and so did Eric.
What?
He basically like Eric Adams.
Do you think Eric Adams took the $10 million?
That's literally what he said.
Buddy,
he
what
goes,
a
he goes
payday.
Eric Adams dropped out because they offered him $10 million to drop out.
Bro, that's sick.
Yeah, and he goes, I've been offered that too. He goes, I've been offered $10 million.
Sliwa's a man of integrity, though.
Dude, he is. The fucking John Gotti tried to kill him in the back of a taxi cab. It's like the first thing when I met him, that was like one of the first things he said. He goes, yeah, John Gotti.
He sounds like Justin Silver. Like he sounds like an actual mobster.
Yeah, totally.
I guess that is sort of a New York
school,
York
just like
thing,
Brooklyn,
but
dude.
the way he sounds is insane.
I know.
He's funny.
He is funny. I know. That was the most surprising thing. I go, this guy's pretty funny.
You see the old pics of him? He looks badass.
Yeah, he is a badass.
Because with Cuomo, he's so retarded because it's not that hard to, it sounds like he's doing corporate speak when really what you're trying to say is you go, yeah, I know he's saying he's going to do all this stuff, but none of it's going to work. Like this guy's saying he's going to make this better. He's actually going to make it worse. Obviously, the idea that he's going to build houses quicker. It's like, there's going to be more regulation with this guy. It's like, there's so many things where you go, hey, we're going to subsidize this. You go, yeah, and who do you think's going to pay for that? The other half of
yeah.
There's a lot of pretty simple rebuttals to his like classic answer. I'm almost like, these are like classic arguments.
Yeah.
And Cuomo's kind of like, well, I'm going to do, maybe I'll do it better. And I don't know if he can do that. He can't even argue good. It's like you nailed it where he doesn't think he has to.
Yeah, he honestly has this like, his dad was the governor. He was the governor. He just has this weird like entitlement where he's just like, yeah, I'm going to win this. Like, why would I not win this? So why do I have to even involve myself in any of this shit?
Yeah, you have some of these slam dunk arguments
smoked,
and you
dude.
can't even do them.
Yeah, you're getting smoked. Like,
so that guy,
like Bill Ackman cannot buy you this election.
Yeah, Bill Ackman's and he's trying.
Oh, big time. He's trying, man. He's throwing so much money on him. I mean, probably that's where the $10 million came from.
Get rid of that guy if you want someone else.
Yeah.
Ackman, if you're listening, what are you putting your money on that horse for if you're trying to get a guy in?
I guess, well, those are you can't, because they were originally said, what did they say? They were like,
the minute you lost that primary, they should have been like.
But after the primary, Ackman put out some whole thing where they go like, oh, we can get a new, if Eric Adams drops out, like we can get a new candidate. And then they were like, no, you actually can't. Because that was Ackman's original plan, was we're going to get a different candidate. None of these guys, not Cuomo.
Is
not
Ackman,
Sliwa.
who is Ackman? Why is he so powerful?
Literally just a hedge fund guy.
Yeah, and does he run this city?
I think he lives in Las Vegas, to be honest. I think he lives in Vegas, and
Ackman seems like he came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's from New York. No, he's been like in the investing world.
But didn't you hear him? Wasn't he the Charlie Kirk intervention? Wasn't that Ackman?
That was, yeah, he had the thing out.
I feel like every story, Ackman's in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had the famous beef with Carl Icahn.
What's that?
Where it was, remember Herbalife or whatever? That company, it was like a multi-level marketing
No, I do not
scheme,
remember that.
essentially. It's called Herbalife. It's like publicly traded. I think it still is. And Ackman like put on this like Bill Ackman or Carl Icahn had a huge like long position. Bill Ackman put on this huge short. And
Ackman just put a huge short on his
on Herbalife, and they would go back and forth, and Ackman's like calling it a Ponzi scheme, and the stock just like kept going up, and they were having these like huge public disputes.
And did Ackman close the short, or did you see it to the end?
No, he eventually capitulated and just left.
Took a beat down, and then it turned out to be.
But he is a really good investor. I mean, he famously made on COVID. He made like on a $20 million bet or something on like credit default swaps, made like $2 billion.
What?
Yeah. And he was the guy who was like, was going on CNBC being like, we need to he was crying, being like, we need to shut the country down for 30 days. And like, and a lot of people think that's like why like all the lockdowns happened originally was because of Bill Ackman.
Dude, am I finding out that everything is run by Bill Ackman?
He's got some influence. Dude, he had this thing where
you're just like, do you remember when that show got canceled at The Stand? Because
that was Bill Ackman's doing. And he had this thing because he likes tennis. He's like a big tennis guy. And then he like somehow got into a doubles like tennis tournament, like a pro tournament. Like he just like bought, this is like 6 months ago. This is this summer. He like bought his way into like a pro tennis doubles tournament and just got fucking rocked. Like rocked. And he was just like, he's like, I didn't expect how nervous I would be. You're just like, you're not a professional tennis player, man. You're like fucking 60 years old.
This guy
like, what are we talking about? Yeah, he's an oddball.
I think you're finding out like your rent went up. You're like, yeah, Ackman's friends with your landlord. Like this guy,
Ackman did it.
yeah, fuck. If you find out, you go home and you're just like, hey, do you have any exes in this city? She goes, fucking Ackman fucked me. Why would you say it like that?
Oh, yeah.
I do think you're finding out that Ackman's, he's making Peter Thiel look like a guy on the sidelines.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. These billionaires, that's like kind of, at some point, like, you have all this money, you go, what do I really want? And it's just like influence you. I really want to just.
What do I really want? Cuomo in the fucking.
Yeah, you're just like, I want to call the shots. Like, I want the fucking mayor in my back pocket. Because I'll tell you what, if Zoran's the mayor, you have zero influence.
It's not going to be good for Ackman, eh?
Cannot buy that influence. Whereas, like, you get Cuomo and you're like, all the influence you want. Like, he seems to think you're like, oh, if Sliwa just drops out, like, Cuomo would win. You're like, I don't even know if that's true.
I don't know if that's true either.
No.
But Ackman's going to spend, $100 million to find out.
Yeah.
That's blown my mind, the extent to which Ackman is, in every news story you hear about.
Oh, yeah.
Did you, on that clip we just played with Marlon Wayans and Julia?
Yeah, Julia Fox.
Did you look in the background? Ackman?
He goes, Julia, interrupt him. He's got earpiece. It's like literally like Impractical Jokers. He goes, Julia, interrupt him now. Again. Interrupt him again. More.
Yeah. You see Ackman, you see the float at fucking No Kings, and Ackman's just crawling out from under it. He's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Mr. Bean.
He's kind of Bean-esque.
Honestly, I did not realize that. Okay, oh, fuck. Okay. Did I show you this? Remember? Okay, so boys. Millions of people around the... some of you know, we did an intro on this very podcast that has gone viral a bunch of times, and people keep posting it. And it was saying when people don't understand averages, which since then it's almost become. It's not like no one's ever said this, but I feel like we had a part in that. People keep memeing it more.
Yeah.
The feminine urge to point out the what was the word?
Like the whatever outline.
Oh yeah. The feminine urge to point out the counterexample to an average.
Right.
But we did this video. People probably remember it, but it was like all around the world, people suffer from not being able to understand averages. So some people have done some reactions to it. Okay. One of the listeners of the podcast sent me this sent an email, and then I was just like, dude, text me that. But this guy, he doesn't lot like our video. Okay. Millions of people around the globe suffer from not being able to understand the concept of average. If you say
This is conservative gaslighting. And I know I sound like the woke friend when I explain this, but stick with me. Because even in this video, they go on to just repeat a bunch of stereotypes, showing that when people say, on average, men are stronger than women, on average, these people are smarter than these people, they are simply using on average as a excuse to repeat a stereotype. And then when you point out that that stereotype is not a helpful model for the world because it doesn't actually predict how strong someone is, for example, there being a strong woman, they'll go, well, don't you understand what I'm saying is on average they are.
He's not going to fuck you, bro.
That's not all they're saying, right? Because no one cares what the average is. Are we collecting all the men and seeing how much they can lift?
Yeah, that's
no,
what they do,
we're trying
yeah.
to understand in a society how to treat a man or how to treat a woman. And when they say, on average, men are stronger than women, they're saying we should treat women as weak. And the response,
Weaker,
which is saying, some women are strong, is saying, no, we should treat people as they are, not what we expect from the gender.
Oh, obviously some fucking roided out jack chick shows up and you go, yeah, I'm not treating you like a weak woman. Yeah, it goes.
That's the reason you have a brain.
Yeah.
But here's the funnier
A lot
part.
of these hairy sissons are like reproducing.
They sort of are, right?
Yeah, like there's all these like fucking dweeby like 18-year-olds.
It was the feminine urge to point out the counterexample to the max.
Goes, excuse me.
But even the funnier part was in our video, a lot of the things were, for example, that black people are good at dancing.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay, so why did you not choose that one to tell how it doesn't matter? You go, okay, black people are better at rap. And they go, why did you not choose that one to say that we aren't supposed to say that? Just because actually there's no data to be had on the fact that black people dance good. That's actually,
I mean, maybe there's not, there might not be quantifiable data. We still know it.
Do Indians like spicier food? You go, you're just saying that to be racist. You go, well, they said they like spicier food. So are they wrong for saying that?
Yeah. This guy's a fucking dork.
It's pretty good though, right?
Excuse me.
Just the fact that you go, there's no reason to ever mention this because that's completely unuseful data. And you go, what do you think sociology is?
Yeah, well,
If
also,
they go, hey, this culture is more likely to do this, you go, that means nothing. Sometimes they don't.
yeah. I mean, if you're at a busy intersection and a person's trapped under a car, who are you getting to lift the car up?
Flip a coin.
Yeah, you just go, hey, where are all the ladies at? Let's go. Let's lift this car up.
Flip a coin. You go, among many things, you go, men learn differently, than women. So you go, on average, this is probably a better way to treat. You go, oh, so why is there gendered categories in basketball? And you go, shouldn't that every person individually, you just check them? And I think they'd probably say,
Yeah, for sure.
That's how you would
They
do
go,
it.
Yeah, dummy.
But it's also funny because his argument, and people like this, a lot of times their argument is like, well, you're just using that as stereotypes. And you go, okay, what about the stereotypes that don't work in my advantage?
Right.
Like if you say, hey, women are generally more empathetic than men. And if women say that, they go, that doesn't mean anything. No, they're not. You go, can you say that? And you go, no, I don't think that's true. So you go, hey, I actually prefer to hire a woman for this. They're better at it. They go, women aren't better at anything. There's no one that's better than anyone at anything.
No, you also think like stereotypes are just came from nothing?
No, I think the argument that they're making is whether they're right or wrong, the only reason anyone would ever say a stereotype is to be racist.
Right. I mean, it's useful for that, for sure. It's good.
And if you go, hey, we're gonna have a random man fight a random woman. You go, well, that's not good. And you go, why? Why?
It's random. It's totally random.
Why is it worse for a man to punch a woman?
It's totally random. We're gonna do it 10 times. What do you think?
You go, well, that's actually, you probably shouldn't have the man punch a woman. You go, why?
Why?
You go, you will, well, because men are bigger. You go, we don't know that.
That might not be the case in some instances.
It's always funny. You go, hey, I want to go to this area because on average there's less muggings than this area. You're with your girlfriend and you're thinking about moving in somewhere with your kids.
Yeah, I'm not going to walk down this dark alley. Why?
And you go, well, there's more muggings that happen in this area than this area, so I might just want my kids not, hanging out there at like 1 a.m. because it could be bad for them. And you go, we have no data to prove that. You go, we actually do have the data. You go, that's, you're just using that to be racist.
Yeah, it's just a stereotype.
But it is literally, you go, hey, I just started dating this like a woman. I'm thinking about getting her a present on our first date. Do you think I should get her a football or flowers? And you go,
should I get her this Hulk Hogan figurine or flowers?
What do you think? Well, because I just read somewhere that on average females like flowers better than that means nothing.
It means nothing.
It's completely irrelevant data.
Yeah, enjoy getting through life for this kid. It's gonna be.
Well, he doesn't believe it. That's the thing.
Well, that's the thing. This is the type of person who's like he has to fit life to his thoughts. And
do you
theories.
think that he watches Def Jam comedy and he blows a gasket? Like, do you think he watches a black guy being like, you know?
Yeah, but it's like he's like,
Yeah.
like
if they're like, you know, and Mexicans, you know, we do this, and they go, he stops Carlos Mencia, whatever, George Lopez.
Sure.
I want to put a call out to George Lopez. I noticed that you said one group does something more than one group. We don't know that.
Oh yeah. That guy's nightmare is if he's like in a room with black people and someone just turns on BET Comic View and he's just no idea.
And they're
how
all
to
saying
react.
white guys will be like this, black guys be like this,
and they're all laughing, and he's just like, if I don't laugh, am I racist? And if I do laugh, I'm racist.
Yeah, we actually don't have that data. What about when a girl comic is saying that, like, oh, men are more likely to do this? Does he say, we don't know that?
We don't know that. No, he's definitely, yes, queen.
You go, men are more likely to kill someone. So if a woman says, like, hey, you know, sometimes I feel unsafe on the subway if there's like a man there because men are more likely to kill me than women, you go, that's not true.
Yeah, not true.
We don't know that.
We don't know
There's
that.
no way to know that. And even if it was,
reminds me of that British chick with Jordan Peterson.
and whether you have 10, if you're on
you're saying,
yeah, if you're on a subway and you're a woman, if you're a 12-year-old girl and you're going to be on a subway with 10 other 12-year-old girls or 9 men that just got out of a mental institution,
all just got out of Rikers Island.
and you go, well, I think probably on average, I said the men that got out of Rikers Island are probably more of a threat, and you go, based on what?
Can you show your work, Ryan?
and actually, don't show me your work.
Yeah, don't show me your work.
Please, I do not need.
Oh, I would love to.
So it's an interesting place to get to, where because a lot of,
I mean, there is some element you're like, this kid's like must be 20 tops,
just cranking out content, and I just think it's funny. This one just kind of made me laugh.
He's trying to get on the fucking Harry Sisson nudes train.
Sure, and you're right. No harm, no foul. If you want to be that,
he's got a lot of tits in his Snapchat. So.
And no, by the way, this happens all the time, and I never bring it up. This one just so funny to me because he's doing the thing in the video in his criticism.
I know. Very unaware.
It's like, you know, there's a certain type of person that, again, a lot of times you're not talking about even people. You're just like with a girl where you're just being like, you know, it's here would be a perfect example.
Yeah.
I'll be like, well, it's rainy and it's like Vancouver's rainier than Toronto, and they go, I was in Vancouver and it wasn't rainy, and you go, well, I guess I was wrong then, wasn't I? You know what I mean? It's
like at the zoo, you're like, should we break into the lion cage or should we break into the raccoon den?
You go, fuck if I know.
I don't know. Probably the same outcome. So just whichever one you find cuter, I guess.
But yeah, sometimes they're not even attached to people. It's something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just like, yeah, this. It's actually we should go to on vacation to Hawaii rather than Seattle, because I find it to like rain too much in Seattle, and they go, that's stereotyping. Well, just because you're saying one city has more precipitation.
January though. Hey man, that's just your biases at work.
Yeah, so I think they're saying no stereotypes unless it's stereotypes that are in favor of the group I like, in which case maybe I like them.
Yeah.
But that's why it's even funnier to me, is because in the thing they weren't actually that negative. We said that like a lot of them were the black people are better at dancing than white people. Like that was one of the jokes, and you're just like, that's averages are conservative.
He's probably like, what type of dancing? Probably white people are better at line dancing.
They might be better at salsa. No, not salsa dancing.
Not salsa, but I don't
Who would
know.
be better at that, Danny?
I don't know. I guess Mexicans?
We wouldn't know.
We wouldn't know. My guess
There's
would be-
literally no
My
way
guess
to know.
would be Mexicans.
Dude, TikTok is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the guy sent it to me, and I was just like, it's just making me laugh. There's like 4 funny things about it. You know what that kid is? It's like your little cousin that shows up from a first semester of college at the family reunion. He's got a lot
Everything
to say.
is just actually.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah. There's a lot of actuallys.
A lot of actually.
And it's just like, well, is it wrong? And you go, that's irrelevant.
Yeah. I go, okay. Well, I mean, that's literally like the guy who just, is in the bad part of town, and he goes, I'm gonna walk through this bad part of town because I don't want to buy into the stereotypes and just get
Skid Row. I'm walking down
mugged.
Skid Row.
Like
yeah.
you literally get mugged, the shit beaten out of you, and you go, that
Could have happened anywhere.
Doesn't prove anything at all. I will not allow this world to make me racist. You go, all right.
That's always. I used to have a joke where it was about don't judge a book, and it's like, should I? Actually the reason you have a brain. Is that you go, and he goes, well, you should just judge on the people, and you go, yeah. Once you know the person, that's what you do.
Yes, correct.
If you know someone, like you have a friend that's small, But how many friends do you have that you're like not a big guy, but he's just he's a badass monster, you know, did jujitsu, and you're just like, oh, this guy could kick the shit out of you. It's actually a tough guy. But you might not know that if he was wearing a sweater.
Right.
So you know, if you were choosing which to fight and all the information you had is what they look like, you go probably the 7 foot tall guy I'll probably avoid.
Yep. Yeah, and you get your ass whooped.
But yes, once you know someone.
Yes. Yeah, it's basic shit.
Once I meet someone like you, and
he'll learn. The world will teach him. He'll learn these lessons.
You know what the thing about this is it's like they object to the thing, but in reality, like I'm not even him, just like women I've met, it's like they object to it, but they actually do it also.
Of course.
Like if you said, hey, what do you think about, what do you think's more likely to, you know, who do you think's more likely to be a rapper on a better rapper on average?
Yeah.
You go a black guy or Asian guy that just moved here, by the way, just moved here, and his parents are really thick accent. Who do you think's more likely to be like a good battle rapper? And they go, they know, but then they pretend they don't or something.
Yeah.
But I think that there's also an element of it when you're dating someone. It's like they're just being contrarian.
Yeah. Or they just believe. I mean, that's better than if they actually believe it.
Well,
really believe this?
But what happens is
you really don't know.
You mention like, oh yeah, Vancouver rains a lot, and they just naturally think like, well, it didn't when I was there, so that means you're wrong. I go, well, yeah, I'm not saying every time. There's sort of a disconnect. I don't know if it's a type. I don't know if it's like a type of person because I know smart people that do it.
Yeah, oh for sure. It's just I think there's some element of like wanting the world to be a certain way versus how it is.
Right, but if you remove like any people from it,
right?
Then why is it happening?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
There must be some cognitive bias or some sort
like
of
if you say, or even dogs, you're just like, okay, that would be a perfect example. Most girls would kind of be like, they would know that, for example, you know, a pit bull is more likely to attack you than a schnitzel.
A schnitzel,
you know what I mean? They go if they were holding their baby, which would they be more likely to hold it to? Right. But then if you said, you know, oh, pit bulls are more dangerous, most like there are some, but they would go, well, I had a pit bull that wasn't dangerous, and you go, that's not relevant. Yeah,
that's not relevant. I mean, just again, I mean, you know, they do commit 50% of the maulings, and they're only 13% of the dogs.
Pit bulls. There you go. Yeah. I'm playing dumb. What is this you're up to? Heroic volunteers arm wrestle gunman draped in Sikh flag off stage during Wikipedia conference in New York. Why don't you tell the people what happened?
So this is
your people.
This is my incorrect. This is a Wikipedia conference with this guy's. What is the terminology for him? He's a
non-touching pedophile.
Non-touching pedophile.
Anti-contact, non-offending pedophile.
Anti-contact, non-offending pedophile. So there's this group of people now who they're just like, I'm a pedophile who, like, in my mind, it's basically an orientation.
It's basically his argument about him being a pedophile is probably every guy who's married's argument, where it's like, yeah, I'm a non-touching heterosexual.
Heterosexual, yeah.
I'd love to have sex with all these women, but you know how it is.
Correct, yeah. But he's
a lot on the line.
Yeah, but there's a lot more stink on this to be like, I'm a self-identified pedophile.
Yeah,
like he literally is like, we need like a Bill of Rights.
That being said, there is some stink if you tell your wife, love to fuck that girl.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah, but so this dude, I don't know exactly, he obviously has some mental problems, and he went to this conference and then he pointed a gun at his own head and he was going to kill himself.
Yeah, what was he fighting for?
I don't know exactly what it was like unclear.
They have a flag.
He has a flag, and he's just like, I'm a non-identifying, which is so funny because now he's going to jail. Right, for like, you can't have a gun in New York City and like this whole thing. So he's going to jail. I'm sure he's not going to be like, oh no, I'm just a non-identifying chomo. I'm a non-contact chomo.
I don't think you understand. No contact.
Like, hopefully on his paperwork or whatever, it just says, yeah, it's just a gun charge, and hopefully they don't Google him.
Well, now I think it's pretty easy information to find out. You're like an activist for pedophiles.
Yeah. Oh, well, it says here at the bottom, it says Wikipedia has a rule indefinitely blocking and banning from the platform any editors who identify themselves as pedophiles. So I guess this is the Wikipedia tie-in, as he goes like, I want to edit stuff, but you guys won't let me because I said I'm a pedophile. And it's like, look, if you're like a non-contact pedophile, anti-contact, just keep it to yourself. just take it to the grave.
No one needs to know that.
Nobody needs to know that. Like, if you're just like, this will never come up for any reason other than me bringing this up, you're allowed to have a couple secrets. It's okay.
You're right.
Like, nobody needs to know this. It's like, I guess.
I mean, to bring it back to my analogy, on a lesser scale, you come back, you go, walked by this girl today, really wanted to fuck her.
Yeah, you're just like,
Didn't.
Yeah, same thing. You know, you just keep it to yourself. You're allowed to just have things can just remain thoughts of yours.
But
and if you're like, I'll never like act on this, just keep it to yourself.
So he says.
So
I mean, the problem is people are like, yeah, I don't trust that.
Again,
he's
keep
like,
it to yourself.
It's. I mean, it feels like a I'm not touching you situation where you go, I'm not touching them.
Yeah, I'm not touching
no
them.
contact, and you're just like, I don't know. I don't want to take the chance.
I mean, look, if you're, I'm sure this is
You want to,
where
though.
there are probably people who are like, I'm worried I'll do something, and then maybe there's some intervention, a therapy or something. Like, but again, the mechanism for this is not going to the Wikipedia conference and threatening to off yourself. Like, that's not helping anything.
Why do they have a flag?
They probably have they probably have their own flag.
Would be an okay joke though, by the way, if you have friends that are like really into this stuff and you like put one of the, like they have a bag with like flags on it and stuff, you throw the pedophile flag on there and then, you know, they wouldn't even know the difference.
Yeah. I mean,
you could probably trick someone into wearing the pedophile flag pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, Wikipedia.
You put a little pizza pin in the pedophile flag on there.
This is the flag. They have, just like, you know, we always joke about how they like every identity has a flag. They have a flag.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they do have. That's the flag. Anti-contact.
But you see what I'm saying? You could throw that on.
Oh, that'd be like a fucking Nelk Boy sketch. You go just like replace someone's fucking USA flag on their like on their lawn with the anti-contact, non-offending pedophile.
I feel like we could have fun with the non-contact pedophile flag.
The problem is you order one and you're on a fucking list.
You don't want to be ordering.
Yeah, like I don't
you
even
have
want to
buy
Google
it.
where do you buy the non-offending.
Yeah, when someone comes to your house, why do you have 9,000 anti-contact pedophile flags? And you go, I'm a prankster.
Yeah, like I don't even want to Google where to buy one.
You're right. It's touchy matter to begin with.
It is. It's not a touchy matter, actually, Ryan. It's not a touchy matter at all.
So he's
I'm looking on Amazon. So they don't have that flag. They do have a flag that says "Dead pedophiles don't reoffend." That you could hang.
You can that flag. No. Yeah, that flag is not going to work for your prank.
No, no. That would be like someone would be like, pretty sick. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really.
I think there's a lot of funny things you could do with that pedophile flag. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god.
Get someone's
the fact that
imagine you got someone's Instagram account. Like, you know when Ari Shafir, anytime you leave your phone anywhere, he takes it and tweets something funny.
Yeah.
Someone leaves their phone somewhere and they've got like flags in their bio, like the Ukraine, the Pride. Just toss the pedophile flag in their bio without them knowing.
But that's the thing is you can't even buy this flag. And then the funniest thing is if you find the picture of this guy, like normally flags don't have anything written on them, but this one literally says the whole thing: anti-contact, non-offending pedophile, written on the flag, on top of just the flag.
You could definitely,
because if you flew the flag, people would just be like, "Oh, it's like some gay shit." This is like very to the point here.
Yeah, I think you could do some damage with that bad boy.
Yeah.
Also, someone send us another Reddit to go through.
I mean, you could just do some damage on just photoshopping this guy's photo and putting other people's faces on it. It's just him holding this photo. I'll send it to you, Johnny. It's just him holding this photo.
Meet the Nutmaxers obsessed with shooting bigger loads. I didn't go through it, but someone send us. We got to do a deep dive on this
Right
Reddit.
up JJ's alley.
Does he like nutmaxing? Oh yeah.
JJ's a nutmaxer.
He's always pushing the thing.
Yeah, you got a nutmax.
That would be bad if you found out the non-offending pedophile was also nutmaxing. You go, what are you doing? What are you practicing
what are you
for?
up to here? I don't like any of this nutmaxing business.
I think there's damage to be done with the flag.
Yeah.
Probably. I'll do it.
You can't buy them anywhere, dude. I'm looking.
We're out of time here. We'll move over to the Patreon, but there was an article for Danny. Yes, fat people have sex, and it's great. The positions that fat people use for sex. To not get squished.
Did you see that fat video?
In a crane, and it just comes down.
Did you watch that Instagram fat video I sent in the group chat? Did you see that?
I think so, yeah.
Did you see that? Where they're like the different types of fat, how they're like trying to like...
Oh, yeah. Explain it, though.
It was like, well, let's talk about it on the Patreon.
Okay.
We'll watch it on the Patreon.
Okay. Yeah. Done an hour and a half. Patreon.com/theboyscast. Buy tickets to New York, Toronto, Tuesday. Danny in Dallas. RyanLongComedy.com. And we'll see you on the other side.
Later.
Peace.